been a bit. Lots happened. A lot of changes have been made. I know I neglect YouTube. If you want to see live up-to-date footage on what's going on, follow me on Instagram at Aquarium Talk TV. You'll see a lot of things there before I launch them on YouTube. Anyways, I'm going to get straight to the point. The Exodons are doing great. The other fish I got with the Exodons are Neolamprolagus multifasciatus link Tanganyikan shell-dwelling fish. I got 6 of them. They're breeding, they're having babies, they're thriving. I'll show you them in a bit as well. But that's not what this video is about. It's
Today, Junior!
part 2 of a past video that I did about the 375-gallon Asian Arowana tank. I ended up getting some fish that had to make me move quick in getting a large tank in the past, I'd say month and a half. Anyways, long story short, I got a stingray. I got a Matoro stingray. It was about 4 inches. Probably shouldn't have been sold at that size. Anyways, I ended up getting them. I got them for super cheap, and I'm absolutely in love. Matoro stingrays get huge. Freshwater stingrays in general get huge, unless you're talking about, some smaller breeds of stingray. But, your black diamonds, especially your Matoro stingrays, they get very large, especially when you're talking about females. So I got a stingray, which I knew I needed to move quick on the tank. I ended up getting a 335-gallon, 6-foot long, 3-foot wide, 30 inches high tank. 335 gallons. I think that's 1,300 liters for anybody that's in a different country that goes by liters. And I ended up getting the tank. Along with that tank, I had to reseal the tank. I got a good deal on the tank, so I had to reseal it. I can go over that in another video on how I resealed it. I did take footage of that for YouTube, so I can, and keep in mind, I've never resealed a tank before, so it was definitely a challenge for me, but in all honesty, it wasn't that hard. It's been holding up perfectly fine for, I'd say 2.5 weeks now, and actually fish are in it. On top of that, I got my holy grail fish. So I just want to show you what I've been up to. Let's go take a look at about what I've been up to and the fish that I got, and let's just get right into it.
So these are the Exodons. As you can see that they're doing incredibly well. The planted tank is doing great. All of my plants in hardscape I got from Planted Aquaria in Oakville, Ontario. You can check them out at plantetaquaria.ca. My good friend and owner of the local fish store, Tom, had really hooked me up with all of these plants and the beautiful piece of wood in this tank. There are 37 Exodons in this tank. They are doing absolutely incredible, and I'm super happy with these fish. They're super interactive. I highly recommend them to anybody looking for a schooling fish that's interesting, more ferocious than a piranha, and definitely a monster fish in a little body. This is my Fahaka puffer. This is little Mitch. He's about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches max. I got him at the same time that I got my stingray. He was kind of an impulse purchase, but he was so tiny and cute, I had to get him. He's in this 20-gallon tall tank right now. This is by no means his forever home. He's doing absolutely incredible. I'll be moving him over to a 55-gallon tank shortly. I am going to house him with other fish, just because of the fact that I hopefully want to get him used to other fish, and I hope it goes well. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. They are known to be solitary fish, but I'm super happy with little Mitch. And Carlos, how can I forget Carlos? Carlos is a super red dragon flower horn. He's about 3.5, almost 4 years old. You can watch some history on Carlos in a previous video of mine. He's doing incredible as well. He's super interactive fish. He's by far the most funnest fish I've owned. But anyways, you get my point. He's incredible. He's beautiful, and I love Carlos. He's here to stay. He's not going anywhere. I love Carlos. And finally, my Neolamprolagus multifasciatus shell dweller African dwarf cichlids from Lake Tanganyika. These are captive bred fish. They are not wild caught, but they are doing awesome. They're breeding size, so they already have babies in the shells. I don't know if you'll be able to see them pop out right now, but they're doing great. I have a total of 6 breeding adults in the tank, 2 males, 4 females, it seems, and they're doing absolutely incredible. They're in a 20-gallon long tank, and that's more than fine for them right now. They're mixed in with some sand and some escargot shells. Escargot shells, because they're light, the fish love to move around their shells, move around the sand in the tank. So I highly encourage everybody that wants to get them, don't scape your tank. The fish will rearrange it anyway to their liking, and just let them do their thing. They are awesome fish with a lot of personality. I'm super excited that I got these fish. And my Redbelly Piranhas. There are still 9 in here. They are doing incredibly well. They're thriving. Their main diet consists of shrimp, tilapia, beef heart recipe, pellets. They eat it all. They are an opportunistic fish. So the cool thing is with these fish, they'll only eat till they're full, and they typically, you typically can't overfeed these fish. When they're no longer interested and they're full, they will just stop eating. But as you can see, they're doing great. I have plans for them in the future and upgrading their tank size and possibly getting more. So they're doing great.
There. So now we're up to speed. Now we're up to date. You've seen all the fish. You've seen the Fahaka puffer, the shell dwellers, the Exodons, the piranhas, Carlos. You've seen them all. But you haven't seen the dream tank yet. This is why you're watching the video. This is why you're tuned in. You want to know if I got my Asian Arowana. Yes, I did. I got my Asian Arowana. So I got my holy grail fish. I got the stingray. It is a 5.5-inch disc Matoro stingray. I was told initially that he was Matoro Black Diamond, but I'm starting to think that he's just a marble Matoro. Truthfully, I don't know. Maybe people in the comments can tell me exactly what kind of stingray he is. I greatly appreciate it if you could tell me which stingray Apollo, that's what I've named him, is. I've named the Asian Arowana Hades, and I'm going to show you them now. Check out my Holy Grail tank. Check out the Dream tank. Check out the fish, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's go check them out now. So now you've seen the fish, you've seen everything, you've seen the Dream tank, you've seen my Asian Arowana, my Matoro stingray. I actually have 2 more fish going into that tank tomorrow. They're going to be added into the tank. I'm super excited about them. They're just another fish on my bucket list to add to the Dream tank, and I'm super pumped about that. Future of this tank in terms of fish, I don't know. I really don't. I'd love to see a sunshine pleco in there, but I'm a little concerned with having rays, so we'll see what happens there. I'd like to have some true parrots, but I kind of want to keep it an Asian only tank. I really don't know. I love true parrots. I love waru. I love South American cichlids. I love them. But I also love my Asian Arowana. So we'll see. You know, I might make it a little unorthodox and have, you know, fish from all different regions, parts of the world in this big tank. I truthfully don't know yet. You know, that's why I'm so excited for this channel. That's why I'm so excited for the content to come. And if you want to see things again ahead of time, make sure to go check me out over on Instagram. Again, I'm not going to plug it anymore. I'm sick of plugging it. I've plugged it like numerous times. Losing my mind now, and you're probably getting annoyed of it. So I'm super excited for the channel. I want to do another video about, you know, what I feed the Asian Arowana, what I feed my stingray. So okay, stay tuned for that. But that will come in time. You know, I'd like to break it apart to, you know, multiple different videos. And, you know, I truthfully don't like running longer than 10-minute YouTube videos. I just think that, you know, for me, for example, if the video is longer than 10 minutes, I lose engagement. I'm no longer interested. So I'm super excited about it. The Dream tank is here. The fish are here. It's not as big as I wanted it to be, but it is pretty damn big.
That's what she said.
And I'm super excited for it. So stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment below, share this video if you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for being patient with me. I appreciate it, my YouTube family, and we'll talk soon.